Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do December Picka card tarot reading. It's really very simple. You just pick a number between 1 and 5 and I will do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. Have you got your numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first number that pops into your mind now. Okay, let's go to the board and have a look what the cards have to say to us today. Okay, so card number one. Let's see what comes up for you. Okay, that one's coming out. Closing my eyes now, and I'm just going to turn that off. It's very glary. It's a little bit better. Okay, so we're going with the card on top. Closing my eyes now. What do I see for card number 1 for December? I see a journal. Have you bought your new diaries yet for 2021? Okay, this is a diary I'm looking at. Don't be like my husband if you can help it. He bought me a lovely diary this year and had a lovely sort of suede blue cover with feathers on it. I thought, this is really nice. And I opened the diary and there's no actual dates. It's just blank pages. Look, all year I've been having to fill in the dates. So please, do look at that if you buy a diary, you put the dates in. You get one that's got the dates already put in. Okay, so, but I think this is saying, besides the practical, I think this is saying that for a lot of people, journaling can be really very useful because it's all about putting down whatever's coming out of your subconscious without judgment. Okay, so let's see what comes up. The King of Wands, feeling really motivated. This is a great energy of generosity and high spirits. Okay, feeling inspirational and being inspirational for other people, being a lamp, being a light. See, there's a lot of green there, which is basically for expanse, growth, money, bringing, changes into your life and growing, realizing there's so much more on the horizon that you could be doing, saying, thinking. The red is all about action, so it's not just thinking about it and feeling the energy, it's also taking action. There's a lizard at his feet. Lizards have 4 legs, which is more or less saying be in touch with your instincts, but keep your feet on the earth. So, I'm not talking about, going up into the stratosphere and staying there. What I'm saying is get the balance between groundedness and spirituality. Somebody could come into your life who is very helpful to you. It could be someone more experienced or more mature, and they know they're helping you out and they want to help you out, like a mentor or a coach or a teacher of some description. All right, that's card number 1 for December. Let's have a look now at card number 2. Do stick around to the end because I'll do a channeling right at the end, and if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, so going with that card there, closing my eyes for card number 2 for December. I see some bunches of flowers. It's like celebrations. Somebody sends you flowers, or maybe the other thing it means is happiness. There's more happiness in your life in December. So I feel a lot of socializing. Even though in some places we'll be locked down due to COVID, there's different forms of socializing, but celebrations and happiness. And some of you are growing your families as well. It's like your families are getting bigger. There might be some announcements made in your family, or maybe somebody comes back to the home who's been away for a long time and the family is back to its original size. The card that comes up is the Justice card. Okay, so this is natural law, L-O-R-E. This is not human law, L-A-W, but it is good for human law, L-A-W. If you do have a legal case, this can help you. Okay, but this is more about destiny and karma and all of the energies that you've been carrying in spirit since whenever, not just this life, but since right back. Justice will be done. She's weighing up justice here. She has a blindfold on, so she doesn't see everything. She doesn't have all of the evidence. That's why she's in black, because things are still unknown. However, she does have this owl whispering intuitions into her ear, and she listens to that, and she makes a decision, and she cuts out some possibilities. She has her feet on the ground as well, and there's a lot of red in that card, which suggests that action will be taken. All right, so justice is coming. Karma is coming. The karma train's coming. All right, let's have a look now at card number 3. Card number 3. I'm going with that card there. Closing my eyes now. What do I see for card number 3 for December? I see a little button. It's like push the button to start or push the button to stop. But have you been slow lately and maybe unmotivated, jaded, tired? You don't feel like sort of, putting yourself in gear and, kicking on. That's about to change. I feel like there's like an off and on switch, and you just have to turn yourself back on so that you get motivated again to do stuff. We all go through those sorts of times when we don't feel inspired. It's not natural to be inspired every single day, every minute of the day. You've got to push yourself sometimes if you want to achieve. Plenty of times, I don't feel like doing stuff. I still have to do it. It's called responsibility, So, sometimes we just have to go through the motions. That Confucius saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. You still got your basic responsibilities you have to attend to. So, the card that comes up is the World. The World is your oyster if you pick card number 3. This is my card, so I'm glad for this card. And so it is about manifesting your heart's desires in spirit, and you can do it because you've got one foot on the planet. Okay, so being practical, being down to earth and making it physical. But the rest of this lass is in spirit. She carries a scepter, which is reminiscent of royalty, and the royals were thought to be God's representatives here on earth. You know what? Here's a secret. We're all God's representatives here on earth. We don't actually need royalty to carry out that function for us. We might choose to, have a royal family in our country or not, but we don't actually need them for that function. They might have other functions. Okay, she's dressed in gold here. It's a very high vibration. I want to say the word independence as well. Okay, being independent and doing your own thing. It's very important. Let's look at card number 4. Card number 4. Let's see what comes out. Going with that card there. Closing my eyes now. I get the colour blue. It's a medium sky blue, all about expressing yourself. It denotes, it's like a summer's day. It denotes brightness, expansiveness, and expression, self-expression. The card that comes up is the 6 of Wands, and here's a lot of blue through here. And this is about self-expression. It's almost theatrical. Okay, it's self-expression as an art or self-expression as a culture. And it's important to note that we do play different roles. So you may be, for example, mother, sister, wife, girlfriend, and these are all the different things that we do in the world. Then we have our job: psychic, astrologer, mathematician, teacher, manager, nurse, doctor, policewoman, whatever. These are all roles, okay? When we leave here, when we leave, we don't take our roles with us. And so, although if it is a member of your family that you're thinking of, you'll still be connected, but you'll be connected in the spiritual sense, not so much in a physical sense, not in a physical sense. So just be aware that these are the roles, but these are not who we really are at a spiritual level, because we are infinite, immortal beings who live forever. So, self-expression is part of realising who we are. Okay, let's have a look at the last card, card number 5. Number 5 is alive. I'm going to go with that card there, hiding. Closing my eyes. Now, what do I see for card number 5? Okay, I see diamonds. Diamonds are formed from heat and pressure. When you've been through a stressful period, sometimes what happens is all the sacrifices that you've made, they sort of accrue in spirit, and you know, you get some sort of recognition for that, and different parts of your body start to shine like a diamond. So different parts of, for example, your chakras can shine like a diamond, and the symbol I often see around that is like a triangle, and in the shape of, you know, the way that the diamond's been cut, so a diamond type of shape as well. Anyway, so this suggests that you've been through a long, hard, stressful time, but spiritually you're very wealthy as a result. The card that comes up is the 5 of Cups, depression. Okay, so if you're feeling depressed or sad, know that diamonds are at the end of this. Okay, there's 2 cups here that have been separated from these 3 cups here. It's always a good idea to focus on what you still have rather than what you've lost, because these 2 here separated denote some sort of loss, but these 3 are still here. So try and be grateful for what you do have, and you still have your life. You're still here, breathing, living, existing every day, you know. So despite whatever losses you've had, and we've all had losses, I don't know one single person who hasn't suffered in some way or another. We all suffer at some point in our lives. So just know that diamonds will be there for you in spirit. Okay, that's number 5. What do we got? King of Wands, Justice, the World, Wands, Cups. Okay, a lot about being motivated, and a lot about feeling your feelings. Nothing much here so much about money, unless you're depressed about money. Could construe that as being depressed about money, perhaps. And so now what I'm going to do is close my eyes and see what I can see for you for this month, December 2020. What do I see for everybody? I see a great big chest, the door, the lid opening up in the chest. It's like a treasure chest, and although it looks, I feel like, although it looks on the surface that things may not be going the way that you'd like, that there's actually some hidden gems and some hidden energy in this treasure chest for you. So there's wealth, but there's wealth of a different kind, and perhaps that's spiritual wealth. Okay, what else do I see for December 2020? Okay, I get the words cut and dried. It's something coming to an end, or a finalisation that's been going on for some time, and you're going to get a decision, and it's going to be cut and dried. It's not as nuanced, or it's not as close as maybe some people think. It's cut and dried, and so, you know, it's not a hard answer to come up with. It's relatively easy, for want of a better word. Okay, anything else? I see lots of news. It's people typing on typewriters. See, I went to business college, and so learnt to type on a typewriter, and what I'm seeing now is like journalists and people in the media, and they're going frenetic, absolutely crazy, typing on these old typewriters. So this is just the way that my mind is sort of making sense of the energy. Just means that December is a really big news month Like it's going to be thing after thing after thing. You probably can't, get caught up with all of the news. And sometimes you're going to have to turn the news off perhaps because there's just too much to process. And, are you going to have a life, or are you going to get caught up in bad news, or it might be good news, whatever. But there's just so much going on. Frenetic is the word. Anything else? Doors closing. There's doors closing behind me. It's like the past is past. It's like, why are we hanging on to the past? I can see there's a crack in the door underneath, but the door is slammed shut. Yeah, there's a crack of light. People are hanging around looking at that light. Open the door, open the door. But the door is closed. It's a great big huge door that I can see, and the people are like this big at the bottom of them, at the crack of the door saying, open the door, open the door. You just got to move on sometimes. There's a lot of flowers then. I see a lot of pink flowers, a lot of happiness, consciousness, and I guess the overall thing is it's not what you think it is, okay? Now I'm seeing fans in the sky, fans blowing the air around, airs, thoughts, mental thoughts, people trying to maybe twist words, twist thoughts. Of all these fans turning in the sky, blowing everything around, they're actually creating more confusion instead of just leaving it be. Like everybody's got a different take on something, or and I probably do this myself too. I'm not immune. I suppose we all do it to some extent, but let's just let the air be still. We don't need the fans in the sky. Okay, anything else? Who needs some new thongs? They call them, I think in New Zealand they're called jandals or flip-flops. We call them thongs here. These are not the thongs. These are the thongs you wear on your feet, okay? So not the other thong. Yeah, so somebody's thongs have just worn out or broken and you need to go and buy new thongs. Anything else for people? I just get the real royal vibe. And I like, a leadership, government, royal. We could have lots of news about this. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I hope you've found something useful for you here in this month's Picka card. Thanks so much for listening to me today. If you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, have a wonderful and insightful month. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas. Okay, have a good one, and thanks again. I shall see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.